How is the food coming?
Oh, fine, fine, my friend. Almost ready.
How long have you been here?
Excuse me?
I need to know. It's security protocol.
Oh, yes, of course. I've been in Oslo 2 days now, and you?
How did you get this job?
Sure. You ask a lot of questions. I worked at the hotel where Mandela stayed when he was in Joburg. He liked my cooking.
And he employed Mlungu?
Yeah! Anyway, it's been exhausting.
I'm also tired, but I'm not complaining.
You should try it in the kitchen for a few days, my friend.
Yeah. Maybe I should be in the kitchen preparing my own food. I don't like the food here.
Maybe that's why all the food for tonight was sent from South Africa, eh?
Food from home is always best, isn't it?
Like your mother used to make. Still, there's a lot I like about Norway.
Norway is a funny country. It's a long time since they had a fight. Yet they hand out prizes for making peace.
Back home we could hand out prizes for making war, eh?
That's not what I meant.
No, I mean, look at you, huh? Walking around like a professional soldier. Coming number 1, coming number 2, alpha, beta, alpha, beta. Why don't you relax? Have a glass of wine. There's a bottle open in the kitchen for cooking.
You put wine in the food? What wine? Where does it come from?
Well, I bought it here, but it's from South Africa. Mont de Toi. It's very fancy.
Look, these things must be cleared by me.
Come on! You security people are so serious. I saw you even labeled the food portions.
You didn't mix them up, did you? There are strict instructions not to open packages unless security is there.
No, man, really. What is it with you? Who cares if the Klerk gets Mandela's or Mandela gets the Klerks?
I do. We do as we are taught.
Why? Lamb is lamb, meat is meat.
Don't give me that. We stick to orders.
Yes, yes, security protocol. Don't worry. I keep Mandela's on the left and the Klerks on the right.
Have you been drinking?
Are you suggesting I'm unprofessional?
It's just that you seem a bit... I don't understand how Madiba would employ someone like you.
But that's his way, isn't it? Huh? Hang across the racial divide. For better cooking.
Yeah. His heart is too soft, if you ask me.
Hey, what are you doing?
Drinking water. What does it look like?
Oh, please, man, I'm asking nicely. I don't do that. I just cleaned that glass.
I can drink water if I like, comrade.
Excuse me. Okay, look, please don't do that, eh? I'm gonna have to do that serviette again now. You're just like my girl at home.
Gad, tell me, did Comrade Madiba did the interview himself?
I told you. Equal opportunities. That's what he stands for, right? They're doing a big story on this award, eh?
Yeah. Newspapers, TVs, all for Mandela.
And the Klerk. They show a lot of nonsense here on TV.
It's a big day for Mandela, for all of us.
Okay, look. I'm asking for the last time. Put this stuff down. Asseblief toch.
Don't talk to me like that. You're not the madam here. Watch yourself.
And you watch yourself, little lady.
So yadelela manje. How long?
I'm sorry. I didn't get that. How long what?
Till the food is ready.
20 minutes.
Good.
Put the stuff down. Give me that glass. Oh, yes. No, look. Die Here help me.
I'm sorry, but you did it yourself.
Because you keep messing everything up. Julle mense.
Coming number three, subject approaching.
They're coming. Are you ready?
Well, I would have been if you hadn't. Of course.
Alpha one.
I've been preparing for this my whole life.
Please come in. Come in, Alpha one. The table is not yet ready. The table is not yet ready. Over and out.
Sorry number three. Time delay already departed.
They're coming. Are you ready? Here we are, Mr. President.
I thought you meant the president of South Africa.
And I thought you meant of the African National Congress.
This is the private dining room you asked for, Mr. President, and I hope it's suitable for you.
It's fine. It is a big table.
It's the presidential dining suite.
Oh, thank you.
I will be preparing and serving you your meal this evening.
Yes, that is right.
Because for purposes of security, I have not been permitted to engage additional staff.
Those are our orders.
Speaking of which, may I please take your drinks order? President de Klerk.
What will you have?
A little whiskey. No, actually, let's make it a bit of a South African affair. I'll have a brandy with a little soda, thank you.
Mr. Mandela?
Little rum for me with Coca-Cola, please.
Rum? I thought you drank sweet wine. Excuse me, I don't recognize you.
I'm sorry, sir. Your security are right outside.
I thought we were going to have a private dinner. I thought we were going to be alone.
Well, yes, we will be, except for the staff, of course. We will be. You can leave us both.
So, how did you enjoy your flight?
It was fine. I tried to sleep. I did not sleep this afternoon, but I tried to sleep this afternoon.
I also tried that. And there was too much excitement. A noise in the square below my window.
Oh, I think the band was practicing. I understand they're going to get school choirs tomorrow in the square to sing our national anthem.
Which one? Nkosi Sikelele or Stem?
Both. And how was your flight?
I know it was also good. I came in the president's plane, you know.
The private one.
Yes, it's very comfortable.
I can imagine.
Maybe you'll get a chance to try it one day.
When we win the elections.
If you win the elections.
You have delusions of grandeur, my friend, about your support in the black community.
We'll let history be the judge of that.
Oh, yes, we will. Only 4 months to go. But politics aside, I hope you don't mind that I invited you to come and eat with me tonight.
No, it gives us an opportunity to clear things up.
You probably wanted to be with Marike.
No, she's used to it, it's fine.
I wanted to speak to you alone.
And you, of course, have your daughter here with you.
Oh, yes, they all know how important this is. A leader does not rest. They know we are on the world platform tomorrow.
Yes, we address the world together. We're on show.
Always on show. Perhaps it was just easier when we were both just attorneys.
I liked it. The letter of the law. But some of my colleagues didn't.
You mean me?
Actually, I didn't. But if the cap fits.
Your drinks, gentlemen.
Ah, this is very welcome.
Thank you. In a cold place like this, something to warm us up a bit.
Dinner is almost ready. It's something special from home.
That'll be very nice, thank you. We're looking forward to something special from home. Cheers.
Cheers. I've not been a drinker for many years, you know. Though I must admit that after the meetings with P.W. Botha, I often needed a drink.
Even I needed a drink after meetings with P.W. Botha. He became very aggressive after the Rubicon speech.
He was always polite to me.
After it flopped.
Flopped? He did a lot to end apartheid.
That speech was a disaster, and he could never understand why. And now there's a wine called Rubicon. It's been a bit more successful.
A wine with a story to tell.
Oh, P.W. had a few stories to tell, that's for sure.
He made the tea, you know, at our first meeting.
Yes, I heard that. It seems to have impressed you.
I wasn't expecting much.
With good reason. Keep in mind, if the crocodile was around, we'd still be in the trenches.
Who knows?
So, you like rum. If I'd known that, I would have brought you some.
In a diplomatic bag.
It's been done, you know. Which reminds me of Klerk. I wonder what he's doing tonight. Probably walking the streets of Oslo, looking for a drink and a place to braai.
And how big is that diplomatic bag? We need to talk about tomorrow's Nobel lectures.
Ah, is that what this is about? The speeches?
The speeches, yes. You will appreciate that there'll never be a bigger stage, a better moment. The world will be looking at us tomorrow. And we, as the Nobel laureates, we will be sharing it.
That is true.
The spotlight will be on us. It is a perfect occasion for an apology, perfect for an acknowledgement of the wrongs of the past, an expression of remorse from one people to the other.
This is a little unexpected.
Unexpected but important. But no, just think about it. I do not expect you to answer me immediately. We have a whole evening ahead of us. Just give it some thought. Cheers.
Cheers. You're not drinking.
You young men can take more than us old ones.
Unless you want to get me a bit tipsy, eh?
I wouldn't expect you to fall for that.
You and I drinking together. Just a few years ago, who would have thought it possible?
And talking. The ANC and the Nationalist Party as early as in 1984. Who would have thought it?
Such a waste. We could have started this so much earlier if it wasn't for the communists.
Is that what it was? Communists? I'm not so sure.
Well, I can tell you this. I didn't know of those earlier talks. I only found out much later.
And why was that, do you think?
Well, P.W. kept his cards very close. Even the cabinet didn't know of those talks. Only those in the security cluster knew.
So they kept you in the dark, just like me.
Yes, we're not all knowing just because we are leaders.
I didn't know much from where I was as a resident of the Cape of Good Hope.
What a name that is.
There is always reason for hope.
Who would have thought? Back on that barren little island in the middle of Table Bay lived the greatest hope for our nation.
I was thinking of you.
Me? What did I do? Really? I mean, the time you spent in... It must have been hard, looking across the sea at Table Mountain for so long. Didn't you ever lose spirit?
There were times when, in 1969, my firstborn son died. I wrote a letter to your government to attend the burial ceremony. There was no answer. Later that year, my mother died. I wrote again. No answer.
I don't know how you coped.
I was surrounded by strong people. We always saw the land as home. We always knew we'd go home. From the island that watched the clouds come down on the Table Mountain. It was as if the ancestors were preparing the table for a feast of liberation.
Yes. It is beautiful to see those clouds coming down over the mountain.
It usually means bad weather.
I'd like to avoid that.
What do you mean?
Your track record of your public attacks on me, blaming me for everything, humiliating me in public, haranguing me. It is unacceptable.
Reality cannot be brushed under the carpet. The truth cannot be denied.
I'm just saying that I cannot stand any more of your public tirades against me, saying I'm responsible for the violence back home. You know there's no evidence.
Of violence.
No, man, that I am personally involved, responsible. If you say that tomorrow, things will go very badly. I can only exercise so much restraint.
It's not about what I say, it's more about what you need to say.
I see.
Many, many people will be listening to us tomorrow. There will be international broadcasts, translated in many, many languages. The world will remember what we have said. So you have to make an apology on behalf of the whites, nationalists. You have to say...
I have to say nothing. Sounds like you want a confession from me.
Not a confession. No confession is needed for what everybody knows.
What, for the third force? For the killings by the ANC and the Zulus?
For the whole of apartheid. Acknowledgement of wrong, remorse. Unqualified and sincere, from the heart.
Why now?
I've just explained. Why must I explain this to you again? Restoration of dignity. Give us back our pride. Show some respect. It is so necessary. We need an indelible record of repentance for a premeditated, systematic, terrible, prolonged crime. Crimes of commission and omission on an unprecedented scale.
Premeditated? Have you heard nothing I have said? Huh? I've stated my position on this over and over. Apartheid was wrong, but we did not set out to be criminals. I don't know. Perhaps we can discuss this. Come to some sort of understanding.
We must, before the evening ends.
Dada, I'm sorry for interrupting. I forgot to mention that there's a message for Mr. de Klerk at the Nobel office in front of the hotel.
Well, send someone to fetch it, please.
You have to collect it yourself. It's a diplomatic envelope. They won't give it to anyone else.
Please. I'm in the middle of a very important meeting with Mr. Mandela. This is ridiculous. Where's my PA, my security?
They're right outside, waiting to escort you.
Well, call them in. This is totally ridiculous.
Perhaps you should just go. It will be much quicker. We don't have much time.
Pragtig met Pikkie oor praat.
Dada? And one?
No. Where have we met?
I was at your side when you walked from Portsmouth. I was in the crowd when you spoke from the steps of the City Hall in Cape Town.
And which part of the country do you come from?
Alex.
No. Where were you born?
Alex. Alexander Township. I was recruited in '82. I was 15.
15?
I was trained in Zambia. I came back in 1990 after he unbent the ANC.
I'm glad to have you back. But we are overseas again.
I fight the struggle. Dada, the people want the struggle to continue. It can't end now. There's much still to be won.
That's true, but you must concede that there's been some progress.
But that's not enough, Dada.
No?
First, there must be victory. True victory.
But Don't you believe that we are all winning?
That question we answer tonight. As a revolutionary force of liberation, our movement.
Oh, I'm so glad you came to see me. Is there more?
We must finish the task.
Which?
The one you set for us, Dad. A snake's head must be cut off, or else it plays dead.
Snake? Comrade, what snake are you talking about?
Killing him.
What?
Surely you see, my father, for you to stand with him on that podium tomorrow is the betrayal of our people. The prize we want is revenge. Yes. Dumtanako. And I've learned all that I know from you. Revenge is justice. Get even. Get justice.
Listen.
I have listened. Now I act. De Klerk must die.
No. I know nothing of this.
We take our orders from the people of South Africa, don't we? This is what they want, and it is the perfect opportunity.
Hold on, comrade, you speak too rashly. Who's your commander?
My commander, he's an old comrade. You know him, but we act as a collective.
Maharaj, Zuma, Modise, Slovo?
The orders come from the high organ.
I've not been consulted. Leadership must confirm.
It has been done.
We have suspended the armed struggle in August 1990. It is 3 years later. We can't go back.
And them? What have they suspended? DCOG, Flag Plus, the United Workers Union of South Africa, Buthelez's army?
But I'm addressing these concerns with Mr. de Klerk.
No, Dada. You'll remember we battled Sebokeng, the trench, the library gardens.
Those
white men in khaki uniforms shooting from the rooftops. Have they suspended the armed struggle?
Now, this is enough.
I'm asking you.
No, it's enough! You don't know what you're saying. I need to speak to your commander. We are on the brink of trying to...
What do you want?
I heard shouting. Is there a problem?
There's no problem. You can go.
Where's President de Klerk?
You want to fetch a message?
He went to fetch it himself.
His security is with him. Is the food ready?
Almost. But first, I would like to tell Mr. Mandela and President de Klerk about their menu for the evening. How's your drink, sir?
I'm sure you can see that President Mandela's drink is still fine. You can go now. I'll call you when de Klerk comes back.
If you're sure there's nothing else, sir.
No, thank you. You can leave us now.
Shh. That little Mesiki van die Platteland doesn't know.
What?
It's in his food. It was prepared before we left.
What?
Poison. Remember they have a history of poison?
This is enough.
They sent poison-soaked shirts to the children. The children of Reverend Chikani.
Yes, I know.
Children opening presents.
Yes, sent in the post.
Joy at the new shirts. Innocent of the fabric filled with poison. They run around. Look at me, Daddy. Don't I look cool?
I knew those children.
The young one starts to cry. Then all of them. What is it, my child? Call a doctor. It's in the clothes.
It was shocking.
Yes. And now it's our turn to shock. This man must die.
You don't have to remind me of the atrocities of the past. I need to speak to your commander. This is insubordination.
Tonight, the two of you are going to be served limp. There are 2 potions. One labeled Mandela, the other de Klerk. I gave his potion an injection. You can't stop it. No one will know, I assure you.
No one will know. Are you mad?
The substance cannot be traced.
It's already done?
Already done. In the Klerk's potion. Heart poison. It kills 4 hours after eating.
How can you be so sure I won't get any?
Because I supervise the chef. And I will make sure that she gives the Klerk what is marked for him.
No, I really need to make a phone call now.
Remember, they have turned our people into askaris, impimbi, spies.
I said it's enough. I need to make a phone call now.
Wouldn't you love to see white men stringing pigs on the side of the road? See white laborers in the fields of African farmers? I would love to see white kids running barefoot to the farm gate for the African farmer's smart car. Hello, they shout. White picanics scrabbling in the dust for sweets and coins. It is my dream. It kept me going through the camps.
That's not what we fought for. A new apartheid.
Oh, I need it more than anything in the world.
You'll never get it by killing de Klerk.
But they're losing. They're losing the war. That is why they are at the negotiation table.
But we are at the negotiating table too.
Only losers compromise.
The negotiating table is our best weapon in our struggle.
It is madness to compromise, Tata. Do you know what they say about you?
Who?
Your ex-fellow prisoners. Some have said that while you were on the island, somehow the enemy did something to you. That the real Mandela was killed.
Now you must stop this.
That you are a clone, they say. A white man's puppet. That is why you agree with this idea of non-racialism.
That is most intelligent. It is for those ideals that I went into prison.
Yeah, but they do say that this idea was meant to protect the whites. And I agree with it.
Of course you would.
Some have said that they've tampered with your brain. A serum, a wild sound, a mysterious glow from your cell at night. Visitors speaking in low tones. Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, an ultimate Askari.
Now this is madness.
It is madness to implement this non-racialism thing.
And you think this assassination is sane, is it?
What's about Sobuku, Bigo, and all of our sisters and brothers? They carried you this far. Do not disappoint them.
Now I need a phone. This is enough.
This prize is not just for you. It's for the African people.
It's enough.
It is not to be shared with our oppressors. De Klerk must die here in cold Oslo, in a bed 10,000 miles away from his own.
I suppose I could just as easily die tonight.
No. You're an athlete, a champion. He's a smoker, a drinker, a womanizer. You only spoil yourself with a bedtime, with a glass of milk at bedtime.
Do I? Really? Is that my mistress?
Yes, we do know about your bedtime glass of milk.
Security what knows what I need to take when I go to bed.
We do that. So if at night you hear anything, do not stay. It will soon be quiet again.
Subject returning, Mr. de Klerk returning, over and out, over and out.
Where
Did
were
you
we?
have your message?
Yeah, I got it, thank you. Where were we?
We were discussing.
Ah, yes. I need more time.
Time is something that we're running out of.
You perhaps, not me. How old are you now, 75?
It's irrelevant.
No, not at all. You need a legacy. You need to push the fast forward button.
I am not discussing this. I have lost 27 years and it's no secret. I feel as young as I did as when I was a boy.
It's a long time since we were boys. One of my fondest memories is being out in the veld. The freedom, no cares, no responsibilities.
Were you a hunter?
Not really. Though sometimes I went on hunting trips. We used to hunt bosvark in Louis Trichardt.
In the northern Transvaal?
Yes, when I was young. But some of the local farmers used to do it with a bakkie and a spotlight.
That's not hunting.
Exactly. A kill must be fair. The hunter must be on foot.
I think of Kunu too, also when I was a boy. Sticks, spear, dogs, fast and silent.
With a spear? What did you hunt?
Bosvark, bushbucks. We were just a bunch of boys with a pack of dogs, running.
A dangerous prey.
Not only was the prey dangerous, the dogs would get excited and they would bite you. You must watch your dogs.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
And then they would close in. And then it is your moment.
And then a braai. Did you eat your kill?
Straight away out in the field. But if you're talking about a bride, we have our rituals for our ancestors. We drank from ibhekile umqombothi, the beer pot that we pass around.
Yes, I know of those. In our culture, we don't drink from the same vessel. We don't pass things around.
Mr. de Klerk, will you kindly excuse me? I need to make an urgent phone call. You didn't share even at Holy Communion.
Not anymore. Nowadays, each one gets their own.
President de Klerk, I see you have the envelope. Please, you must open it. It contains very important information for you, sir.
I thought you were a chef. Now you seem to be wearing a different hat.
Please, read it.
It can wait. I'll open it later. Pour me some white wine, please.
President, vergewe my. Maar ons het nie baie tyd nie. This is urgent. Open it.
Mr. Mandela? Tonight? This cannot be true.
Oh, I assure you it is. I'm not just a chef. I'm a trained operative of our security police. Our generals are still giving the orders.
No, they are not. Not since I took over.
This is the plan. Homeland leaders and friendly blacks are ready to join us. We need only a reason to strike back. Picture it.
Picture what? What is this about?
Mandela dies in Oslo. The nation mourns, the world. You return, swamped in media attention. Magazine covers, international recognition. F.W. de Klerk, Nobel laureate, statesman. And then the election will be ours for the taking.
Have you been drinking?
The Mandela funeral. A very big crowd, massa sal obvious. Emotions running high, the ululations, and then somewhere in the crowd, shots will ring out. Bang, bang.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop me, Laurie. Is this a practical joke?
The police will have to respond. Self-defense, of course. Proportional force, but many will have to die. More funerals, more police action. Soon unrest will be countrywide again. Our agitators will be at work.
You cannot be that stupid.
No alternative but for you to declare martial law. A heavy crackdown will be needed. The ground is prepared.
You must know that this cannot work, and I know nothing of it.
You didn't need to know till now.
You should not be talking to me like this. Go do the food. Mr. Mandela will be back soon.
President de Klerk, who do you think sent you that letter? Jy ken nie naam in daai brief. This is real.
These names are nothing to me. They are illegitimate. They do not represent me or my government.
But you will be the savior, bringing the country to its senses, calming the troubles with a gentle but iron hand. Now give me the letter, I must destroy it.
No, I'll keep it. I'm going to bury them with this. This is extremely dangerous talk. We will take our battle to the ballot box.
But don't you see? This is the key to the election. An ANC without Mandela.
We will not discuss this any further.
Without him, they are nothing. And Buthelezi would come in, no question about it. He'd form a government with you.
You are stepping way out of order. Wie is jou bevelvoerder?
President, die volk is gereed om agter jou te staan. Alles waarvoor ons geveg en gesterf het, is uiteindelik binne ons bereik. We can almost touch it, with you at our head. A true Moses leading his people out of the wilderness.
Baie Afrikaners sien my as hulle Moses, maar nie in daai sin nie.
Jy skeer gek, terwyl ons land brand. Everybody treats you as the number 2 to Mandela. Already you are seen as a parasite on his Nobel Prize.
I know what people are saying.
Het maak seer, nee. You, the little dog to his lion. Yet the truth is, you made the great decisions. You broke the deadlock. Come on, it is time for you to take control. To take what is rightfully yours.
What exactly are you saying with this ridiculous plan of yours? That he is old? That he could die tonight of natural causes?
Of course he could. And then you would not be standing alongside him when you accept your Nobel Prize. Every TV will be beaming out your face, your words, you, our leader, an Afrikaner on the world stage again, bigger even than Smuts.
You are so very naive. If Mandela were to die tonight, the world's attention would not be on me, it would be on his family, on the loss of the nation. Jy het nog so baie om te leer.
And what about our families? Our loss? A restoration of law and order must occur. And this is our chance.
You don't give up, do you? All right. How would this be done?
His milk. The bedtime milk. What a lovely thing to drink, huh? What a perfect place for poison. Mandela's bedtime milk.
You mean after dinner in his bedroom?
Yeah, you wouldn't even be there.
It is unthinkable.
Why? Just another heart attack. He's 75. It's a cardiotoxin, untraceable. The compound was created by one of our military doctors. Just a little white syrup from my medicine dropper into his glass of milk. Courtesy of the kindly chef. Just one drop.
Rek nou 'n nasie met sulke mense.
Ja. I'll do it. Jy sal jou hande in onskuld kan was. I'll make sure that milk is the last thing that old man drinks. Just like it was the first.
Jy kan nie.
Ek kan. And we must. We cannot allow you to stand in the shadow of a black man. A communist. An atheist. You know what these people are like. The cruelty. The betrayal. AK-47s and limpet mines. Semtex and hand grenades. They murder our children. They rape our women. My brother was 3 years old. Amanzimtoti, Silverton, Park Station, their bombs.
I have not forgotten.
No one has. No one can forget. You have been losing your grip. You need to take control again.
Oh, ek sien. Diktatorskap. Hoekom het ek nie daaraan gedink nie? Generaal de Klerk. Ek sal pragtig lyk in 'n uniform.
can mock me all you like. But this is happening. We are going to leak a story to some friendly media. We'll send information out.
You what?
They'll discover a Swiss bank account that can be traced back to him. He'll be exposed as an embezzler. He'll just be following in the tradition of all African statesmen.
Jy dink nie dis dalk 'n bietjie verregaande nie.
When he's dead, who will deny it? A lot of his people suspect him already. That for his own pocket he turned against the cause that he once so nobly espoused from the dock of the treason trial.
Actually, I always admired, almost envied that speech from the dock.
Yes! That's what they're saying. That you're a kafir booty. That you're in bed with the enemy. Reconciliation. A government of national unity. You are selling your people down the river. That's what they're saying. Now is your chance to prove that you are still one of us.
Listen to me, girl. I'll speak Afrikaans because clearly you don't understand English. Niks of niemand gaan ons keer om ons eerste vrye en regverdige verkiesing te hou nie. Nothing will stop us. I dedicated my presidency to that.
President...
Nee, bly stil, ek praat nou. Ek gaan nie toelaat dat 'n klein snyter soos jy aan my voorskryf hoe om my land te red nie. For too long, I have carried the sins of you hardliners, taken the blame for your atrocities. As Afrikaners, we don't air our dirty linen in public. We keep up a united front. But push me too far, and I will break ranks. I will expose you and your so-called generals, and you will go to prison for being a traitor to South Africa. I advise you to go down on your knees and to thank the Lord for a reasonable black man, for someone who is prepared to talk and negotiate for peace. That has nothing to do with you. But remember, I am still your president. I give the orders, and that includes who lives and who dies.
What's going on here? Why are the settings all messed up? The Klerk is sitting here.
No, my dear. President de Klerk is the head of the country. He should sit at the head of the table.
Well, he's not. The last time I saw, he was sitting here.
Well, then maybe he's moved. I know. Maybe it was Mr. Mandela you saw sitting there.
President Mandela. The last time I saw, he was sitting here.
Here.
No, here!
Mandela is sitting here. And President de Klerk is sitting there. It's my job. Why are you interfering?
I'm not. It's my job too.
And why does it matter so much who gets what plate? You've been obsessed about it since you got here. Sealed and labeled. What's the problem?
Security protocol. Always make sure that Madiba's meal is sealed so that no one can tamper.
But why would anyone tamper?
Chemicals.
Everyone loves him, right?
Chemicals, my dear, chemicals. We know the history of chemical genius you people have.
Oh, thank you. But that's all over now, isn't it? Huh? It's all peace and love and understanding from now on, isn't it?
That's what they say.
You see what I mean?
Come on, admit it.
At the end of the day, the only good one is a dead one. They're not like us. They are an ugly and ignorant people. Arrogant and stupid, really. But wickedly cunning and clever in their way.
They're cruel. Cruel. They have no feelings but for themselves and their kind.
They are greedy
and corrupt. They cling
to their money. Their rituals are primitive. They fornicate like animals, breed like rabbits.
Their men are only interested in one thing, and their women are sly. Their smiles lie.
Their skin is the shade of death. And they smell. My God, how they smell. They are brutes, pigs.
So you see, we have to strike now.
Before they do, to protect our children,
Ourselves, our way of life.
our dignity.
They are not like us.
I can smell the food. I'm quite hungry. But, is jy nog hier?
The food is ready. I will serve it immediately, Mr. President.
Can you believe that they have a telephonic blackout in this hotel on a night like this?
Yes, I didn't have any luck either. All the media attention, they say. This wouldn't happen back home.
Not when you were the Minister of Telecommunications.
I was conscientious.
Dogged, some would say. Come, let's have some more drink.
You must join me.
I must watch my drinking.
Why? We're alone amongst friends. Our beautiful ladies will look after us.
If I drink too much, I might start singing, and that you do not want.
I'm sure you're not. Me, I'm no singer. I smoke too much. Otherwise, I would have been Pavarotti.
I can see that. We had some wonderful songs. You'll never know them. La Bilizwi, I had a voice. Wela Choro up the tree. La Candela, I looked around. Da Sondela, I came nearer. La Lisicho, City, is very feeling. Kilo, kilo, limandi, long kilo. That's a bird song.
It's beautiful. Marika would love it. Sy hou van konserte. Now, Ophelia, he loved the spectacle. You know when we sing the stem on the steps of the Union Building? With a choir and a full orchestra and jets coming over from Waterkloof Air Force Base as the song reaches its crescendo. Ons vir jou, Suid-Afrika. Ophelia was so proud. I swear I saw tears in his eyes at least twice.
I got my pride and strength from the freedom songs sung by my comrades in their cells at night. Beautiful sound, until you heard the water. Hey! Hey, you must do the fucking kaffers! But the young ones would shout back, Ah, Sugawena! The water comes. Hey! Banging on the bars with his donkey peel. Wie vloek me? Wie praat so? Huh? Jy is allemaal afkak, jy the fucking kaffers!
Do you ever feel you compromised because you are old?
Did you?
You are running out of time. You wanted a legacy.
Did you?
Sometimes I think I did. But what good would more fighting have done? And you?
Depends on what kind of fighting we're talking about. For instance, like in court, I like our adversarial system. Two opposing parties in litigation. A fair fight. But this is different. This is about principle.
I always advise my clients not to litigate on principle. If the costs would be more than they could win, I would say drop the case, walk away.
I don't think there's anything worth more than freedom.
Sometimes you can lose the little freedom you have by fighting too hard for more.
Well, I didn't have any, in or outside prison.
Yes, I suppose you're right. What did you miss?
Fathers sang lullabies as if to their children at night, as if they were with them. It is a painful thing to hear a man cry for his children. That's what I miss the most. My children. Sometimes I would picture little Zinzu running up to me, bare feet, sparkling eyes. I would reach out my hands, pick up her warm body, clasp her on my chest. Her little head would rest on my shoulder. Her legs would wrap around my body, and her little hands would touch the back of my neck. Then I would feel the warmth of her breath. What have you been doing, my baby? I would say. Then I would swing her, lift her up above my head, like looking in the sun, full of love, shining down warmth on me from that happy face. But she was not there. All the years, she was not there. I'm sorry. It must have been terrible. I'm so sorry. Did you hear what you just said? You say it in private. Say it publicly. I, F.W.T. Klerk, leader of the Nationalist Parties of South Africa, hereby unequivocally and reservedly wish to apologize on behalf of all those who upheld and enforced the evil apartheid system. I ask forgiveness.
I was talking about your daughter, Zinzi. Our children have been through much pain.
Do not presume to speak about my children. You know nothing of them or what they went through.
You want me to unequivocally and unreservedly apologize. Is that what you want? A capitulation?
You are the leader of all those who are implicated, whoever they are.
No! That is not what I meant. I meant I'm sorry that you suffered. Of course I'm sorry that your people suffered. I'm sorry. I do apologize to you, but not to the communists, not to the Church Street bombers, not to the bombers of Amanzimtoti, Silverton and Park Station.
Now listen to me. When you speak of bombers, assassins, do you think of Ruth First, Arby Sachs, Darcy September, Begum Lange?
Get out of my way, man!
What are you doing here? Creeping around like a spook.
Are you blind? I'm trying to serve the food. Can I please do my job?
Which one is Mandela's?
I told you. Mandela's on the left, the Klerk's on the right.
What's happening out there?
Wat maak julle daar?
Your food, gentlemen.
Oh shit, they've shocked. Yes, I can see that. Which one is the Klerk's?
Mandela left, the Klerk right. Dinner is served. Lamb shank served with pap and creamed African spinach.
Umfino.
Sorry?
Umfino, African spinach. A delicacy now?
Yes. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.
It looks like the two of you want to sing the national anthem.
Which national anthem? You two can leave us now. We'll call you when you are ready for the dessert.
Yes, sir. Anything else to drink?
No, thank you.
Excuse me. Is dit 'n lamskenkel of 'n hoenderbouie? Dit lyk verskriklik klein. Wanneer jy nou met die eet sit, dis te laat daarvoor.
You can have mine if you like.
I'll start with Mr. Mandela this.
No!
Their problem, comrade.
Security protocol. I'll get into trouble, comrade. Please.
Well, we can't have that. We can't have you getting into trouble over a little piece of meat.
You two can leave us so you can eat in peace. I know nothing about wines, but this seems good.
Yes, South African wines are some of the best.
What do you think about my suggestion?
Which?
You know what I'm talking about.
I'm not sure. The timing is wrong.
I thought I made myself clear on that. I thought I made myself clear on that timing could not be better.
From your point of view, yes.
For the people of the country.
For some of the people.
For the majority. We need to think of the future.
I am.
You are thinking of your own personal political future.
Amongst other things, but it's not the priority.
I'm thinking there will be no future if the majority does not heal. I'm thinking beyond elections. When our people have to live with each other side by side, perpetrator and victim, do you think getting the vote is all that people need to recover? They need to hear those set of words being uttered. They need to hear you saying, I am sorry, from the heart.
I am sorry, from the heart.
Then do it, damn it! Just finish the job you started.
This is inappropriate. I've tried to make it clear. I have to be careful what I say on behalf of all my people.
Okay. What are you afraid of?
Afraid?
I can smell it. You are afraid.
Smell. I'm afraid I'm not following you.
No? Then why do you resist?
I'm not afraid of anything.
Your people then. What are you afraid of for your people? What are they afraid of?
Look, you know there are few braver people on this planet. Us Afrikaners are tough.
Yes! You survivors throughout your history. It was adapt or die.
We had military strength. We even had the atom bomb. We're the only country ever to disarm ourselves of nuclear weapons.
It cost a lot to put down a gun. Sometimes I wish we never had.
You haven't really, though, have you? Lots of people are still dying back home.
Mr. de Klerk, why do you insist on putting a red flag in front of the bull? You are aware that I consider you responsible for the violence back at home, and you consistently turn the tables around on me.
You admitted yourself that Vula, your underground military wing, had not ceased operations, even though you agreed to lay down arms.
Good God, man! Can you not play us for how far we've come?
I'm saying exactly the same thing to you.
Put down the gun, walk across no man's land, take the hand of your enemy. To courage.
Exactly. And you hope that he will put down his gun too. Reach out and take your hand in the truce. But you also almost pray for escape, for the shot of the sniper's rifle cracking out.
Yes, right. So you can return to the comfort of your train.
But if there is no sniper, and you're left there, clasping one another's hand, struggling to look each other in the eye, why? Then you have an even bigger problem.
Then you have to go to tell your people that today I took the hand of the enemy.
What are you doing?
I'm taking your hand.
It's getting cold.
Better cold food than no deal.
To be honest, I don't want to be called a traitor back home. The constant resistance and suspicion of their own people, that is the biggest burden.
When I sent the message to the party in exile that was in discussion with the regime, I thought that my old comrades were going to cut me off.
You had nothing to lose.
I had everything to lose. My reputation, the respect of my people, my 27 years imprisonment. What if all that was for nothing? What if they said on my release, the old man has gone soft, we need a young gun to take over? Even now I know they're still saying it. Talking to your government was the big risk, bigger than any other I've ever taken.
Bigger than being a guerrilla terrorist. Treason was a capital offense. The rope was a decisive threat away from your throat.
It is much harder to fight a long battle than to throw yourself in the flames and die a hero.
So, we are both called traitors, shadows for our people, false lives. I still want me to stand up and say, I'm sorry. Do you have any idea how that would strengthen the Conservative Party?
The Conservative Party is not my concern.
They should be.
Tell me then, is that it? Being called a traitor, being seen as a weakling? Is that what's stopping you from apologizing tomorrow?
In a sense, yes. My people are still fearful. They
Fearful what? The old sort of harm?
Exactly. They fear the mobs, the hordes. They fear being swamped, obliterated. I have to be strategic. I have to show my people that they don't need military protection, that they can be safe, truly free, with entrenched constitutional guarantees of safety and security. But it has to come in degrees, step by step.
Let me guess what you're saying. Soldiers are not what wins the war.
No one wins a war. That's what I'm saying.
My mother told me that once.
My father used to say, roll with a punch, gather force, and punch back. But it had to stop or get a lot worse.
It has gotten a lot worse already.
And it goes so farther and no further, as far as I'm concerned. The far right is slipping at our doorstep as we speak, paying for blood. To apologize now would be to give them the perfect excuse for full-on insurrection. It would be political suicide. Now, can we leave that alone and enjoy our supper?
You may be committing suicide right now if you're not.
You won't let go, will you? Fine. Let me make it perfectly clear. From our point of view, the time is wrong. We must keep the peace. We have an election to fight. We have a constitution to sign. Let us do that. Then I'll do this.
I'm very, very disappointed. I thought you could come to some understanding, but you are so full of contradictions. You seem so incapable of being honest. You say an apology will inflame your right wing, but I just think it is a convenient excuse. Afrikaners have a herd mentality. They will follow when you lead.
Excuse me?
Hear me out. You have the means to control your right wing, put them in line, but your heart is split. Split between wanting to usher in, what you call it, a just society, and wanting to maintain supremacy, not wanting to appear weak to your people. It's vanity, Mr. Klerk. Apologizing would just be too demeaning for you.
You see, that is what you do. That is exactly why I cannot trust you. You invite me for dinner. I come. I have no agenda. Then you spring this on me. You lecture and threaten me. And then you mock me. I cannot stand it any longer. Certain things under apartheid may have been a mistake. Yes.
A mistake? Was it a mistake for what the English have done to the Boers? The mistake of concentration camps? The mistake of mass rapes? The mistake of starvation? The mistake of scorched earth? Mistakes were they?
Don't go off the handle again, please.
Surely it was not a mistake to beat and torture people, to raid their homes at night, move them from their land, and resettle them in deserts. Nor is it a mistake to kill people for speaking of their freedom. Nor is it a mistake to stop it. Stop
The Transkei is not a desert. Just don't exaggerate. Yes, there was poverty. Still is. I'd like to see how your government fixes that renewed takeover. Apartheid didn't invent poverty. Our courts were merciful, even to you. There was no torture that I knew of or permitted. Those were unauthorized, low-rank thugs at work.
There, you are doing it again. You are still lying. Let me start again.
Oh no, please, can't I just enjoy my meal?
I'm sure you must know by now that many are saying we should not share tomorrow's prize.
I'm aware of that, yes.
Others are saying that I should take it alone or not at all, but I said no.
Why?
Because I know that you are committed to free and fair elections in 4 months' time. I know that you push through every obstacle. You can also take over. But
What? Are you trying to tell me that I should now thank you for something that a bunch of Norwegians decided to do? As if it's your Mandela to me?
for over 40 years it took your people to realize and see the fall of their ways.
The fall of communism was what we've been fighting for. With the day the Berlin Wall fell, it cleared the way for us.
When the wall fell, you released me 4 months later. Was that contrition or opportunism?
I gave you your freedom, so
You gave me freedom! Jesus, man! Are you mad or what? You put us in prison, remember? You weren't ready for my release. You took everything away, man. You put nothing. You gave us nothing.
I cannot hear you if you shout.
You can't hear, period. Because you are a selfish, arrogant fool. My release, not yours. You are so determined to turn this fight for supremacy. My God, man!
We've put our culture, our language, everything at the mercy of our enemy. We are trying to win. We just want to survive.
Just when are you going to stop to call us enemies? I suggest this conversation terminates right now and we just eat. Yes, Oslo. You kind host. I'm glad I met you at last. No, just an old man mumbling to himself.
And I have to give a report on all of this.
Of course you will. Although they'll know in the morning, one day, when they see the morning news.
Yeah. They'll want to know all the details. And of course your own.
You'll do your duty, I'm sure. Comrade, I know you are from Alex. But what is your name?
Bettina, Marie.
Do you have children, Bettina?
No, not yet. I haven't had time.
Do you want to?
But I thought liberation first, children after.
Well, comrade, if you are waiting for a perfect liberation, you may be waiting forever. Do not let life pass you by.
Who are you talking to?
It doesn't matter.
What?
Are you coming out?
Yeah, I'm just getting my coat and my cigarettes. Oh, it's cold out here.
Not as cold as the security chief was to you.
Oh, she was cross, wasn't she? Haven't seen a woman that furious since, well, let's just say I've seen a lot of angry women.
Just because I sent the main course to the dustbin, you would have thought she was the chef. Such a waste of all that effort, she said. I didn't even think she liked the chef.
They don't seem to get along, do they? Can't imagine why not. I mean, after all, we get on so well.
Your jokes are not funny, even though I've had some wine.
I mean, it was brilliant saying, let's not have the main course. Let's go straight to the dessert. Kind of a child's fantasy, eh? Pudding for a main course. It was a fine idea.
Me? Fine idea. That's a concession.
Well, tonight, I'm prepared to give you a little credit.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Where is she now?
Gone off, I think. We might no longer be safe without security. What are we going to do?
Indeed. If anyone wanted to kill us, now would be the perfect time. We'd better have a word with the boss, whoever he's going to be. So, why did you do it?
Do what?
Send the meat back.
Even a lawyer can give advice that is good sometimes.
Even if it's against his own interest.
It's always an asset to have a good opponent, one who advises his clients properly. And you, why did you do it?
What?
Take the big step.
I knew a pocket had failed. But BW was in the way. He was holding on and becoming more and more aggressive. Then he had his stroke. Never before has the country owed so much to medical misfortune. It allowed me to step in and pursue what my heart and mind had long told me. I was moved by a strong emotion, an unshakable logic.
And what was that?
Justice. What had been done was so unjust. And all of us want justice. In my heart, I needed you, all of us, to be free.
You will not do as I ask, but I need you. I need an honest opponent, someone to push against, lateral support for what I'm building.
We are building.
I'd like to be sure about that.
I tell you what, I want some milk.
Milk, out here in the balcony.
Yeah, it may be cold, but it could be nice. The lights out there are so beautiful.
It is, but I'm tired.
But I've heard or read somewhere of your fondness for a little milk before bed, and I thought, it's unexpected, nice, that we have this in common.
You've had me under surveillance again?
Absolutely. It came up in the security briefing. I'm only joking. I've always done it too, a little milk before bed.
It seems everybody knows my little ways.
Well, it helps me sleep.
That's why I do it.
So, let's add our milk together.
It's too cold for me. I'll have mine in my room.
No, oh, wait, look, here it is.
Your milk, gentlemen. A jug. A jug. Glasses. And 2 glasses.
I ordered one glass.
Chris. Smith.
Now, let's add our milk together. Don't leave your room tonight. Whatever you do, don't let, please.
Why would I not?
We must have it. Huh? Break up. One false way.
For too long I've gone to bed in the way that others wanted me to. I'm not doing it anymore.
Just don't drink the milk in your room tonight, please.
Why?
It's such a solitary thing to do.
So many years of solitude, that is my way now.
Well, let me show solidarity. Let's agree on something.
Really, I'm sure there are many important things we can agree on.
It's an invitation, and it could be our last chance. Tell you what, let's cheers.
You want to drink from one jug? Like a baby? I thought you didn't do that.
I hadn't thought of it like that, but yes, that's what we did here. And the sheriff.
All right. Final toast to peace in milk.
Now we drink from the same source.
As you've always done.
Tell me, how do you say thank you for tonight in Koha?
You say, and go.
Si. Engosi.
My pleasure.